Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we're going to talk about Tommy Robinson and I'll briefly tell you what's happened. So, Tommy Robinson has been found guilty of contempt of court for causing anxiety to the Muslim rapists. They have been convicted at present, so obviously we can say that. It's a very sad day because many people thought he would be found to be innocent. In the judiciary own words on their website, there is no law to stop anyone talking about anything that's already in the public domain. And when we say the public domain, we're referring to the BBC's own website. So it's very sad that he's been found guilty. Now, on the 11th, he's going to, in six days, he's going to be basically sentenced. What could he receive? Some have speculated that he could receive a year for every breach, which is 3 of them. However, the maximum is 2 years. Now, he's already obviously served 3 months in prison, so they'll take that into account. However, it all depends on what Tommy Robinson wants to do, because he does have options. Obviously he was offered asylum in Germany, so he could go to Germany potentially with his family, abscond and never to return back to the UK. But as we know, Tommy Robinson is a fighter and he's likely to want to fight this judgment, and he's planning on doing an appeal. Now, I will put his video up after I've spoken, so you can listen and hear his response on Infowars, and hopefully you'll find that informative. So he's really being victimised by the state for doing journalism. It's that simple. And I'm come to the conclusion, sadly, that the UK is not a free democratic society anymore. Freedom of speech does not exist anymore. Hate laws exist, and if I was to say something out of turn, I myself would probably end up in prison. I think everyone is getting to the point of feeling that if you say something out of turn, whether it be your employer sacking you, whether it be the state arresting you, or the courts imposing a large fine, or even possible prison time, I think everyone's starting to get the feeling that you can't say what you feel. Watching the Tommy Robinson supporters outside of court, who were getting angry, and there was a large contingency of police there, and when it looked like there might be a riot, suddenly they got their batons out as a show of force. I have to say something about the police. They are becoming pussies, and they are scared of being called racists. They won't stand up for white people, and I think that's where we're going in this country. Basically, you can say anything you want towards a white person, but a white person cannot say anything to you if you're someone who is coloured in terms of the skin colour. So basically, if you say anything towards a person who's not white, whether it be criticising Islam or talking about their faith or the way they are, you will be labelled as a racist. And it's unfortunate, but it seems white people are becoming a second-class citizen in our own country, where if you're Asian or black You can more or less say and do anything you want towards a white person. You can be racist towards a white person, but a white person has no recourse to talk about their colour, because they will be labelled a racist. So I think we're getting to the point where I can see some sort of civil unrest happening in the future. It's been argued that the UK could become an Islamic country within 50 years, maybe even sooner than that. I think before that happens, there would be a civil war, and it's not something that people want to think about, but I do believe it's coming. If we don't change the way things are going, there will be violence on the streets. Anyway, please listen to what Tommy has to say in his response, and thank you for watching.
The best thing you could do is find me guilty. The best thing you can do is slam me with a prison sentence. The last thing I'm going to do is beg you and ask you not to. I'm never going to apologise because I've done nothing wrong. And people are watching, and they think by deplatforming us and removing us from social media, people are not going to see this. People are seeing it. People are pissed off. People are angry. They're getting angrier and angrier and angrier with what they're seeing. They're watching as their freedoms are taken away, and they're sending a message to the rest of the public by what they're doing to me. So if I take myself out of the equation, my wife, my kids out of the equation, do your best. Because when you do your best, you have no idea what you're going to bang. You nearly banged it when you put me in prison last time and 30,000 people climbing over the gates of Downing Street. Watch what happens when you do it this time. So essentially, if I take myself out of the equation and I sit there and think what's best for the cause, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Well, 100% they're going to send me to jail because they've ruled against the law. They've not followed the law. They've gone completely against the law, haven't broke the law. It's shown me that they don't care. They don't care that the world's watching. They don't care that they haven't followed their own laws. They do not care.